What's up, everybody? Smohawk Jabroni here. I know it's been a long time since I made a video. One, because of COVID and babysitting my nephew, and two, because I'm super lazy. Didn't feel like it. So what I'm gonna do today is me and my bandmate Blake, since the whole crisis in the past 2 months, have made 2 trips to Colombia. And I'm going to show you everything I got at Papa Jazz. But what they do at Papa Jazz is you have to sign up. They have Papa Jazz is like a legendary record store. By the way, if you ever get a chance, it's only an hour away from our hometown. If you ever get a chance to go there, go there. But they had this sign up sheet, and you only get 30-minute intervals to dig. And the first time I only got to the used section, so I picked up some stuff I might have had or might not have wanted, and things like that. I don't know. But the second time, I know people who work there. My buddy was working, and we were like, "Hey, can we come back and just sign up for another 30 minutes?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll figure it out." And then when our 30 minutes hit, he's like, "I'll give you an hour." And that second batch is when I got the best stuff. So I'll go ahead and start. What I'm going to start with is Ron Carter, Anything Goes. Ron Carter, A Song for You. And Ron Carter, Blues Farm. Ron Carter being one of my favorite double bass players. I never had any of his solo stuff. And those 3 albums, I always use the best albums ever. And those 3 albums were in his top 5. So I was like, whatever. And they were all $8 a piece. And look good. 2 of them have shrink wrap on it. So I was like, hell yeah. Second I got, which I was actually coming for, is Joni Mitchell, Hijira. I don't want to butcher that name. But this has Jocko on a few songs. It's on the Asylum Records, which Tom Waits, early stuff, which Tom Waits is in my top 5 artists, was on. And man, Joni, when she's probably got about 5. I have a lot of her stuff, but she's got 5 albums that are phenomenal. But this one right here, to me, is the best. This is a reissue. I think it's 2010 reissue, but still really nice. Then I got the Modern Jazz Quartet featuring my favorite jazz musician, Sonny Rollins. I couldn't remember if I had this or not. It was $12. Like I said, I was being rushed. This is from the first time we went, when I had 30 minutes. So if I have this, I'll give it to a friend or a Christmas present or something like that. This was cool though. Right when being in a rush, right when it hit my eyes, I was like, screw it, I'm getting it. Thurston Moore and John Maloney, Full Bleed. I have another album that they did together that just blew me away, of avant-garde noise and masterness, and Thurston Moore is easily in my top 10 favorite guitarists. Kool Moe Dee's, what is his album called? Kool Moe Dee is King. I don't know how many albums he has, but they're all good to me. I love this era of hip hop. This is another one I can't remember if I had it or not, but I had to snag it. $12. If I have it, Miles Davis, Man with Horn. I'll give it away as a present or a gift, like I was saying. The Blade Runner soundtrack with the plastic still on it, original copy. And this is the most I spent on one. It was only $18. That's another reason. Same with another record store I'm completely blanking on that has good prices. But I don't pay more than $20 for a used record there. It's pretty amazing. Next up, we got Tibetan Bells. I literally just got this because it says Henry Wolf, Nancy Hennings, and Drew Gladstone, but it just looked real. I think I listened to it for a second on my iPhone. It's just awesome ambient bells and beautiful noises, and a perfect morning record to have some coffee with and just kind of kick back and get ready for the day and get started. I can't read this one because this is another one I just bought. This is Shahib, I think, All-Star Accepts. You got John Jenkins, Hank Jones, Danny Richmond on bass. That's really cool. Danny Richmond played with the Pentangle, and he played with Nick Drake, and he toured with Tim Buckley. So it's really cool to see him on a job. Oh, here we go. This is why I bought it. It's got Phil Woods, one of the most underrated free jazz alto sax players ever. I'm butchering the name, so I'm gonna put it real close. They always recommend a record to me, and I was just in the Townes Van Zandt mood. I haven't opened this yet because like 3 days later I went to Psychotronic and found his second album. But I mean, I know this is good. You know, you got Cocaine Blues, Mr. Mud, and Mr. Gold. She Came and She Touched Me. Schaefer's Blues, No Place to Fall. It's really good. Live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas. Alright, so that's from the first batch, first time we only had 30 minutes. This is from when we had an hour, and this is a killer batch. This is Gong, maybe about their 6th record. It's weird, they like dropped a member or something. The members that are on this are Pierre Moreland, Bennett Moreland, Mirali Barr, and Hansford Rowell. And it's called Expressions 2. But it's also got Mick Taylor, Alan Holdsworth, Daryl Way, Francis, I'm not going to know how to say that name, last name, and Bon Lazaga. But it was so great about this record. It's so jammy and sick, and Alan Holdsworth is just playing these killer solos. Because this is 75, and this is before he was the guitar virtuoso. And now I get it. Well, when Frank Zappa was talking about his favorite guitars, even though it wasn't '88, I'm sure he was following them in this era. And it's so unlike Gong's early stuff. It's psych and stuff, but it's not so wacky and weird. It's got this great songs, and then these like crazy jazz fusion-esque jams. You know, Explosions in the Sky just did 2 reissues, one of their first album, and this is the one that had never been pressed on vinyl before. So this is written on the plastic, by the way. And this is a used copy for $12. So I was like, screw it, I need it. And I love early Explosions in the Sky. Another good, when you're just getting ready for the day, drink a cup of coffee, listen to them, they're great. I have a crap copy of this on original Apple, but I really only, this is the one I paid $20 for. I got this from my nephew, who's 2 years and 6 months old. And he literally listens to not only Yellow Submarine, but loves Only a Northern Song, loves Hey Bulldog, and loves It's All Too Much. So he's already a George fan. And I have a little George, back in 2000 when McFarlane made the Yellow Submarine toys. I still have my George figure, which is really cool. I wish I saw the Blue Meanie too, because he's watched the movie with me. And anytime he steps into my record room that we're at right now, he always says, play Yellow Submarine. So I gotta play it for him. This is a Capitol reissue. I'm not sure what year, but still really cool. Cactus, One Way or Another. Was just always a fan of them. And I just had a good bit of money on me, and I figured I'd snag this up. Just good hard rock, I'd say. Nothing too special. $15 though is a good price. Atco put out a lot of good of that bluesy rock stuff, in my opinion. So that was rad to find. This is another recommendation, like I said, my buddy who gave us that extra 30 minutes. These guys are called XCC, and it's drum and wire. It's very new wave-ish kind of, but like more to it. I would highly recommend this just to check it out. Because when I listened to it, I honestly didn't even really know what I was listening to. I just knew I was enjoying it. So highly recommend it. The best find I found, because I've been looking for this for about 6 years. Gang of Four Entertainment original copy, flawless, has the inner sleeve. What can you not say about this album? I think it's the best like post-punk album of like the late 70s. I really do. This album is so good. I can put it on, listen to it front to back anytime. This is cool. I have all of Eric Dolphy's original albums, but I never find live stuff. Or if I did, I forgot about it. But this time I was like, I gotta get it, because this is with the Latin Jazz Quintet, so it's got a Latin feel to it. And man, it's it can be straightforward, but then they do some Eric Dolphy-esque things. It's just great. It's just great. Me being a diehard prog fan, I don't know why I haven't had this yet, but God Save the Queen by Robert Fripp. This album is a trip. That's about the best I can explain it. If you don't know Robert Fripp, look into what he did with Brian Eno, but then also check out King Crimson. If you haven't listened to King Crimson, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. This is really cool. John McLaughlin in my top 5 guitarists of all time. This is his acoustic guitar, My Goals Beyond. So it's like he does a Mingus song, he does a David Herman song, and at the end he does Blue and Green by Miles Davis, and then the rest of it is My Goals Beyond, but played differently. And it's got Billy Cobham and Charlie Hayden, who is probably my second favorite double bass player. It's so good. It was only $8. Like, I've never even seen this before. I looked up on Discogs. I must have skipped it because I didn't see it, but before this I looked on Discogs and did not see this. So good. I have so many Iggy Pop records, like seriously, probably 15 to 20. I've never seen this before. Iggy Pop Soldier. And it's just as good as Lust for Life, The Idiot, and New Values. Like, those first 3 he made, I'd put it right there with it. And the album he did with one of the guys from the Stooges, I'm forgetting, around that time. It's just as good. And it's got this actual plastic sleeve that it came in, which is really cool. Still on it. $12. Steel. Jean-Luc Ponty, I'm only really a fan of him for his association with Zappa, but I got this because it's got Tom Fowler, my favorite bassist that Zappa ever had. He played from the Overnight Sensation era, and his last album was Bongo Fury, and to me, that's some of the best jamming. He was so complimentary to Zappa's guitar soloing and all that, and this is just really, really surprisingly good. I don't know why I was thinking that it wouldn't be. Another thing is, it was also $6, so why not? Nectar. I don't know, just a band. I picked up one of their albums from Gransky Records, and then I found another, and they're pretty psych, pretty prog. You know, it's $10. It's not like the greatest thing in the world, but it's also not like the worst thing in the world. It's just a record you put on and you enjoy, to kind of just, if you wanted something different, you know, if you're sick of the Zeppelin and whatever, basic crap that you listen to. Not crap, you know what I mean, but basic, you know, you're in the mood for something different, I recommend Nectar. Fifth Dimension by the Birds. I just love the Birds. This is $12, so I was like, gotta get this. This is annoying, but yeah, you know, I think it's about my 5th Birds record. Like, I don't seek them out. You know, I'm not going to a store looking for the Birds, but when I find a Birds record, I'm stoked. Also, sorry if this is dark. I need to work on my lighting and all that. All the lights are burnt out in this room, so we got my window light coming in, but maybe I'll get the production up a little bit better as I keep doing this. Portrait of Duke Ellington and Dizzy Gillespie. Just those 2 names alone had me sold. You know, and, killer artwork, $6. Just why not? Another great morning coffee record. Played this probably more than the other 2 or 3 I mentioned about being morning coffee records. It's just really good. I literally got this because of the label it's on. This is called Richard Burock Eon with Frank Tussa and Jeff Williams. They do a Miles Davis song, which is really cool. They do Nardis. Very free jazzy, but also very chill. But I'm just a big fan of EMC or ECM records. They always put out really killer jazz. And this was 15, so this is the one I kind of took a leap of faith on, but I was not disappointed. And last but not least, for $8, I got Wes, Bruce, and Lang. Why Don't Ya? And I just love Jack Bruce. Jack Bruce made a jazz album. I think it was his 2nd solo album, and it's got John McLaughlin on it too, and it is one of the best jazz albums of all time. It would definitely be in my top 10. And they just played this, and you know, I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta hear it first. And they played this the whole time for me while I was digging for records, and that was really cool. So I got to get the whole feel of the record, and I was like, yeah, I'll throw that in for $8. So it's great stuff. Let's see if they do any covers or anything. Eddie Boyd. I mean, yeah, the rest are written by them. I think a lot of it's instrumental. Great stuff. Anyways, thanks so much for watching my videos. This means a lot to me, the people who do. I love talking about records. I'm not gonna edit this one at all. Kind of stuttered a lot, and I don't know, I'm tired. It's been a long day, and I wasn't really prepared to do one. But yeah, you know, I'm working on getting a background going. Got my Kubert Pops right here, and got a little Twin Peaks set right here. You can't see it. My Beatles 45 box and a Herschel Walker. You know, just showing. And then there's all my Beefheart and Zappa stuff. And Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, because I'm a diehard Packers fan. Rocking my new Death Grips hoodie. Also underneath it, I'm wearing a Hella shirt, because I'm a math head. Math rock head. Anyways, I'm going to try to make these videos more regularly, and I'm going to try to make them better. And to subscribe, hit the like button. I love you. You guys stay safe during COVID, and do not be a schmohawk, a jabroni.